and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're now tuned into CFRE 91.9 FM. It is your man, DM Cool. You're now tuned into Cool Radio. Welcome back to the show. Once again, that was yours truly featuring Blackballed Airwaves. That is out on SoundCloud right now. Make sure you hit up the Cool Radio SoundCloud page at Cool_Radio to hear that, as well as all of our other podcasts as well too. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have my man Freddy of Ready Rock Media, and we also have Donia Ali of Donia Ali Media Marketing in the building. You already know. And we are talking about the showcase. More on the showcase near the end of the show, but before we get to that, it's time for Trip Talk, ladies and gentlemen. 3 topics in 3 minutes. We may extend it depending on how smooth it goes, but nonetheless, we're talking about these 3 topics for the week. Now, first topic that we are going to talk about this week. Lil Wayne is gearing up a release of a new project entitled The Free Weezy Album. Now, this will be a mixtape, and this all goes in part to his revolt against Cash Money Records and how he's trying to get out of the label and is suing that label for money that is owed to him. Now, we already told this guy, we already told a whole bunch of other people that Cash Money is a graveyard when it comes to their artists. But that's another argument for another day. But nonetheless, Donia, Freddy, what do you guys think of this move right now? Should Weezy be putting out free music?
I mean, as an artist, you're always supposed to be putting out music.
That's what I feel. I'm not really a rapper or anything, but that's what I feel. You should be always putting out music. But that's what he does. He's been doing it. It's nothing new for Lil Wayne. That's just his blueprint. He puts out music, people like it, he goes on tour, and people come out. That's basically what it is. It's not like he's gonna put out an album. It's not like it's his album and people are gonna go buy it. He's gotta put out music to let people know that I still do this. This is me. Like, don't forget, I'm Lil Wayne. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why he's doing that. So I applaud him for doing that.
Yeah, I don't know, but Lil Wayne's been more like Little Wayne for the last couple of years, man.
Yeah, he's quiet. He's just quiet right now.
Not even the quiet part, just like some of the music that came out, like the Dedication 4 or whatever it was.
See what I'm saying? Exact point I'm making. He makes people forget that he's Lil Wayne. Like, he has bars. Like, he's really sick at what he does. I mean, it depends what type of music you listen to. You know what I mean?
Not even that. Like, I'm completely objective. Like, I personally find that the Carter, I think it was Carter 3, that was his best album. Yeah. He has yet to top that. He was in the best creative spot possible. I don't know if it was because of the lean that he was drinking or the stars were aligned and he just had his creative juices flowing. But if you can give me that Lil Wayne, I'm not a big fan of him, but I'll be happy with that at the very least.
I think we can say that about a lot of artists too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, as you just go by, you're like, the creative content just keeps sloping down and down, and then you think like, can I just go back to the year 2000? Like, I feel even old saying like 2000 was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, like I was in the 6th grade back then, man. It's crazy.
As a listener, you gotta adapt to what's going on in the world, like to what he's putting out there. Like, his music right now, it's all based on like strippers and things like that, but that's just what's going on. So he's got to adapt to that too. You see what I'm saying? He's not going to be rapping about stuff back in the day, otherwise he'll just fade away. But just like Kanye and the Yeezy thing. You know what I mean?
Oh boy. Rest in peace, Kanye West.
Never.
I'm sorry, man. The Kanye I used to know.
That was brave. You're gonna get a phone call from Kanye tomorrow.
Please,
Nah.
Call me, West. Call me.
Mr. West.
That all right? Oh man, but yeah, that's just another story in and of itself. Let's get to the next topic, shall we? Now, Wale, he made headlines not only because he dropped a new album, the album About Nothing, which I'm looking forward to listening to since I've been a fan since 2008, but my leeches kind of slipped over a little bit, but hey, we've already talked about that before. But mainly he made headlines because of the fact that he went on various radio stations, talked about the state that he was in, and also because of the fact that he feels as if he's being blackballed. By whom, you ask? By World Wrestling Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, you know, Vince McMahon, Triple H, and what have you. He is claiming that because of an incident that occurred last year, which involved an altercation with a fan, he feels as though WWE has put them on their ish list, basically. And he feels that he should be given a second chance to prove to the WWE that he can be an ambassador for them, that he can help promote them as well, too, and do a whole bunch of other stuff that include partnership with the WWE. What do you guys think about this?
So they're asking him to come and be an ambassador?
No, he is asking them if he can be an ambassador.
Oh, because I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, my thing is, why do you even care?
Why do you even care? Fall back. Focus on your music, B.
Why is a wrestler now? Why is a wrestler?
Is he trying to I don't get it.
Oh yeah.
Wrestler.
Merp.
Oh man, no, that's hilarious. I
was a cartoon character right now. I have a big question mark on my face. Like, what?
You know what? I think that's just the fan in him speaking, basically. And
no, you stay a fan. You go back to a game, become an audience member, and keep your hands to yourself.
There has to be some money involved. With this contract, something. It don't make no sense.
I'm sure there is.
It don't make no sense.
Money is the root of all things, basically.
Yeah.
Not just evil, but of all things. So there has to be. I mean, he doesn't want to lose out on a money-making opportunity because there are so many artists in hip-hop who have used hip-hop as a platform. Like, just at WrestleMania this past Sunday, Kid Ink performed. I think, 2 years ago, or I think 3 years ago, Machine Gun Kelly performed at WrestleMania. So did Flo Rida.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it's definitely big checks being.
Oh, it's big checks for hip hop. I mean, Wiz Khalifa was on Monday Night Raw about 2 or 3 weeks ago as well. So there's money to be made with the WWE. They're a multi-million corporation and they're publicly traded. So I think Wale wants a piece of that pie again. So he doesn't want to, burn his bridges. So I can understand from that standpoint.
Yeah.
And plus,
I think it's too late.
Yeah, I know, it might be too late, right?
It's
I think
too
it keeps
late.
you relevant because the kids watch.
It does,
wrestling,
yeah.
Right? So
Absolutely.
those kids growing up are going to be like, oh, I remember him when I used to watch it. Wow, hey, okay, let me listen to his music. So
Exactly.
and from a marketing standpoint, from his career, that it makes sense.
Exactly.
But from a logic standpoint,
It doesn't.
Yeah. Simply for the dollars, I agree.
Yeah.
And also, WWE has a lot of partnerships with a lot of celebrities, man. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger promotes it like there's no tomorrow. So that's just one of the examples. But anyway, we can go on for days about that.
Yeah.
The main event of Trip Talk, however, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, Mrs. Carter's son, has bought a streaming service known as TIDAL, and he bought it for a whopping $384 million. This guy has that kind of money. It is disgusting. But nonetheless, this is the first artist-owned streaming service platform that is catered to benefit the artists more than the labels. Basically what is being told right now. And it is a streaming service that is basically going to cater to not just, elite major artists on major labels, but also the independent ones as well, too. So there's no official documentation yet as to how much the streaming service will cost, but they are in discussion of talking about charging $20 per month for the streaming service, and also it is set up to compete with one of the more major ones like Spotify, for example. So with that being said, Donia, Fred, what is your take on this?
I mean, I think it's good for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like any type of platform where you can put artists on the forefront and bring them up and help them with their careers and music and stuff like that is a positive thing. So that $20, I don't mind paying that $20 just to support the other artists. You know what I mean? It all starts with, like I said, we're all about unity and supporting artists. So for me to sit here and say, yo, I wouldn't pay the $20, I'd be fronting. I'd be like, come on, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm game.
Donia, what's your take on this?
I think it's just simply the evolution of economy and how we can capitalize on making money off of music. CDs are long gone. Our HMVs in Toronto have closed their shop doors. So when it comes to artists in general, major labels or whatever, they gotta keep thinking too. Like,
exactly.
Are people gonna go online to order a CD? I don't think so.
Nope.
They
want it now.
They want it now. So I think this is just a way for them to secure money, and they should.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, when I got word midday that Kendrick Lamar's September Butterfly came out on iTunes, I looked at my iPod so fast. I'm like, how much credit do I got? 15? Okay, download now. It's on
amazing
demand.
how things change.
Exactly. And I think, if you think about it from a logical standpoint, if you are an avid consumer of music, like you buy CDs, like anytime a new CD drops, or you just buy CDs in general, and you buy let's say a CD for $15.99, you buy 4 of them per month. You're going to get that same value, but for $20 a month, and it's just going to be instant if you think about it from that standpoint. Now, there's one dude I was talking to, I'm not going to expose his name, because I don't want to embarrass the guy. I wanted to, still make a living. The man said, and I quote, "We shouldn't have to pay for music."
Who said that?
I'm not saying no names.
Who said that? Tell you right now.
I'm not saying no names. I'm not mentioning
So
his
we shouldn't
address.
be able to pay for music.
This guy
We
said,
shouldn't be able to pay for food.
trust me. We were bringing up so many scenarios. This man said, I will pay for a performance, but I'm not paying for a CD. I was like, you self-entitled little prick. I'm not calling out no names though. This guy has to put food on his plate, right? So I'm not about to impede him and go to his level. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
he gets an honorable mention for that. I'm just saying.